Namaskar. I am Dr. Sankarshan Panda, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science at Acharya Sri Mahapragya Institute of Excellence. I am very thankful to the organizing committee of SIET conference. My research paper title is Detection of Leaf Diseases Using 3D Imaging Techniques. In my paper, I will discuss about abstract, then introduction, literature of review, methodology, resultant discussion, summary and future prospectus, then finally references. In the abstract part, I have explained that my proposed model is based on the 3D imaging techniques that is deployed for detection of leaf diseases among the plants. As we know that traditional method, when we use this traditional method, sometimes we get inaccurate and sometimes it is very difficult. That's why I have used this 3D imaging techniques that will deployed for the plant disease detection. My 3D imaging technique is a non-destructive, efficient and accurate method for the disease detection. In this paper, I will review the state of art in the 3D imaging techniques for the leaf disease detection, present the detailed analysis of the advantages and limitation of the techniques. My proposed method demonstrated through the experiments on dataset of diseased and healthy leaves that show the overall accuracy of 98%. My findings suggest that 3D imaging technique have the potential to improve the early detection and diagnosis of leaf diseases, ultimately reducing the losses and improving the crop yields. In the introduction part, plant illness brought on by the bacteria, fungi, and other pathogens. There are major worries for the agriculture, not only in India, it is all over the world. For infection to stay contained, crop losses to be kept to a minimum and crop yield to be increased. Early identification and detection of plant diseases are crucial. Means as early as possible, if we able to find out the diseases among the plants, then our crop yield will be increased. Otherwise, due to the bacteria, fungi and other pathogens, they will reduce the crop yields and losses will be increased. A non-destructive, effective and precise approach to illness detection on the plants that is provided through 3D imaging techniques. These methods enable detailed 3D information about the surface properties, size, shape of leaves. Specifically, disease symptoms can be identified using the information that will be the wilting, necrosis and leaf discoloration, which are frequently used for detect the infection on the leaves. I reviewed more than 20 research papers, but in this presentation I will discuss about 5 major authors. First, Liu et al. 20, he had used the 3D imaging for leaf disease detection, and the team proposed the method for detecting the citrus canker disease using the 3D imaging. Then Jing et al. In 2020, he also suggests the proposed method that is based on 3D scanner to capture the images of tomato leaves and machine learning algorithms. They classified them infected or healthy and obtained the high accuracy result for the detection of diseases. Chen et al. In 2019 proposed the method that is deployed for the apple scrap diseases based on the 3D imaging, and they used the structure light to capture the image. Then they use the image processing techniques to extract the features from that leaves, from that images, and they did their research and they claimed that their accuracy is high. Zheng et al. In 2019, he studied the 3D imaging and deep learning to detect the potato leaf diseases, and their team used this 3D scanner to capture the images of potato leaves, then used the deep learning algorithms to classify the leaves as infected, healthy. They obtained the high accuracy, as they claim, for the leaf detection. As I discussed, the literature review suggests that 3 imaging techniques. Their image capturing technique is completely different, and the 3D imaging technique that have been widely used for detection of the various type of diseases in different crops. The use of 3D imaging technique combined with machine learning image processing, promising the result for detection of leaf diseases. Various machine learning algorithms, just like random forest, SVM, neural networks, and deep learning, have been used to classify images as infected or healthy with the high accuracy. In my methodology, I used the 3D imaging technique, and this technique is used to capture the images. Then I use the image processing technique to extract the features, and it input to the model, and this deep learning model trained, and then I have evaluated this model through the confusion matrix. In my confusion matrix, I examined that it gives the 98% accuracy, and finally it is deployed, and output, as we know, it detects the crop diseases by using these 3D imaging techniques. And the methodology, I have used some libraries that is based on the computer vision. Then I load the 3D images of the leaves, then extract the features and split data into training and testing set. As we know, the training, testing, and validation standard ratio is, the thumb rule is 80:10:10. Then I train my model, then I test my model, and finally I evaluate the performance, and it visualize the result through the graphs. For the data analysis, the study for the 3D imaging deployed for leaf disease detection was published. As I review the 3D images of soybean leaves using the structure light of 3D scanner, and followed by image processing to extract the features such as leaf, shape, size, surface, texture, and these features were used to train machine learning classifier to distinguish between infected and healthy leaves. The method showed high accuracy in detecting the diseases. And, another study, as I go through the literature review, they also used the 3D imaging, but machine learning was used for the wheat leaf rust, and used the stereo camera to capture the leaf images. Next is detection of rice blast disease using the 3D imaging, but the author used 3D scanner to capture the images for the rice leaves. Another author used the 3D imaging technique with the deep learning deployed for the tomato leaf diseases, and they claim that it gives the high accuracy. As point of view, as the my methodology, my result got 98% accuracy, and it is fully it is work with it works completely, and it is able to detect the plant diseases as earliest possible of the infection of the leaves. And my result and discussion, I told you earlier, I have used this confusion matrix, and through this confusion matrix I have predict that label. And this is the final graph of my model. There are the basically three color lines you can see here. This color line is indicate the training loss. This is the validation loss and training accuracy. And in the summary and future prospectus, the use of 3D imaging technique for detection of leaf diseases has been shown to be a promising approach. These techniques provide the more accurate and efficient means of identifying and diagnosing various types of leaf diseases as compared to the traditional methods. However, further research is needed to optimize the performance of these techniques to develop a practical application for their use in agriculture and horticulture also. Overall, the use of 3D imaging technique for detection of leaf diseases has the potential to improve the crop yields and reduce the spread of plant diseases. Means loss is decreased and production is increased. Overall, the use of 3D imaging technique for detection of leaf diseases has potential to revolutionize in the field of plant pathology. The future research in this field will aim to improve the efficiency and accuracy of 3D imaging based disease detection method, making them more widely applicable for benefit of the agriculture industry. These are the references: citrus canker disease detection using 3D imaging and machine learning, and apple scrap disease detection using the 3D imaging and machine learning using the machine learning technique, rice blast disease detection using 3D imaging and machine learning technique, soybean rust disease detection using 3D imaging and machine learning, wheat leaf rot detection using the 3D imaging and machine learning, tomato leaf diseases detection using 3D imaging and deep learning techniques. Thank you. Thank you to all.